You know how sometimes jokes on IM just don't come out right? The problem is you can't see how the other person's taking it. Well, we're here with Randy and Marco from Emotiv Technologies, and they have a solution for us. Randy, can you tell us a little bit about it?
Hi, we're developing a consumer-based EEG system. We map brain activity to specific controls that an application can be used to control an avatar or to detect a player's excitement level, their expression. It also detects conscious effort, so for instance we can move a virtual object on screen by simply thinking about it.
Right. So there's obviously a gaming aspect to this. It sounds like there would be possibly citizens with disabilities use as
Absolutely.
well?
I think that it has a wide range of application. Initially we're focused on the game market because we think that the kinds of detection we're able to do really suit that kind of environment, being able to control an avatar, for instance, more effectively and more naturally. But I think that that's really just the tip of the iceberg, that it applies to many different things. Obviously, people with disabilities could benefit from this. Also, marketing, business communication, all kinds of activity.
So you could basically test how people's reaction is to a product or something like that?
Absolutely, that's right. Knowing how somebody responds to whether they're excited by an idea or whether they're not interested, being able to detect for that on an individual basis in the moment as they see something, we think has a great deal of value to business and marketing.
Sure, makes sense. Okay, well let's see if it can actually match what Marco is doing.
Okay, Marco is going to demonstrate first the facial expression. You can see an avatar that he's controlling simply by behaving naturally. So Marco, when Marco blinks, you see the avatar blink. If he winks, you'll see the avatar wink as well. He can look right or left, and he can smile and control the character's smile, or he can grimace. And these things can be done simultaneously. You notice he's blinking and smiling, or wink and smile at the same time. So the idea here is that rather than non-spontaneously typing LOL or smiley face, he just laughs or smiles as he sees something, and if his character is emulating that, his character is going to seem more lifelike.
Right. So obviously we got some headgear involved here.
That's right. What you're looking at here, though, is a prototype. The consumer design is actually much more sleek. The electronics are smaller. The sensors are all smaller. So we started with this to get the functional version running. The consumer design will be announced a little later this year.
So you can get it down to something like a baseball cap or something like that?
We think that it won't be as bulky as a cap.
Oh, okay.
So I think that the objective is to really have a piece of consumer electronics that's consistent with the kind of technology and gear that electronic consumers currently are used to. So one of the other things that we're detecting for is affective. Affective is emotional response, and you can see two graphs. Marco's excitement level is represented on both of these. The lower one's more instantaneous. You can see there's an uptick because I'm talking about him, right?
And he's on camera right now.
Yeah, and he's on
that.
That's right. And then on the long term, you can see it coming up. But a higher level of excitement is up near the red line, and you can see that he was more calm before we started the interview.
All right. So again, great for perceptive, measuring perceptions of whatever people are looking at.
Well, I mean, we can imagine lots of ways to utilize these detections. So, for instance, a musical score that changes based on your actual feeling, so that like a movie, it becomes more dramatic if you're excited. And this already happens in games to some extent, but it can become much more personal by attaching it to your actual reaction.
So you get frustrated, the game might get easier or something like that?
Absolutely. We think that that's extremely important, particularly with games that are trying to reach a really broad audience. The trouble is that expert gamers blow through the material very quickly, and people without experience often have trouble on places that they didn't anticipate. And so the game, being able to adjust to an individual is a very important part of making those experiences more personal.
So Randy tells us that the technology has applications for both online virtual environments, where he sees business applications for making avatars more lifelike, and for a typical marketing application where you just want to measure the perceptions of potential product users. The product will be commercialized and available within the next year. I'm Art Whitman reporting for TechWeb TV and Information Week.